Hi everyone. So now that I just reviewed this new Bullet Bourbon Mesquite Smoked Malt 93 proof, I thought it was just at first blush. I guess it was better than I expected. Not great, definitely a different flavor, but I totally forgot that I actually still had a little bit of this Bullet Bourbon bottled in bond, which was their first distilled product of their own rather than source. So I figured I would go back because honestly, Breaking Bourbon gave this 4 barrels, which I never thought it was. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was 4 barrels. And I think it gave this like 2.5. And I really didn't think that this was that much worse. I'm not saying it's as good as this, but so let's go back. I'm going to try what's left of this or have a little bit of this bottled in bond. Cheers. Now, it does have a rich flavor. It kind of has. This is a pretty much a sort of a high rye bourbon. I don't have the exact. I think it was like 68 corn. I know that the regular one, the Frontier whiskey, the flagship. So I'm not sure if it's the same mash bill. I didn't say, but I believe this is like 68 corn, maybe 27 rye, and the rest malted barley. So the corn percentages is pretty similar because this is 65 corn, but definitely a high rye bourbon. So this is good. I'm going to try the other one. So now we have the Bullet Bourbon Mesquite Smoked Malt, 93 proof. Cheers. Yes, it's totally different. That's why I wouldn't do this blind because obviously you can know which is which. So basically, this completely takes the rye bourbon, the rye out of this. There's no rye in this mash black. I think this was the first bottle from Bullet Bourbon that did not have any rye in it because it's known for its high rise, except for of course, the American single malt. I mean, that was the exception. But of the bourbons, this is the one that I believe does not have rye for the first time. So it takes out the rye and it replaces it with, basically you have 35% malt. This is 65 corn, 30% mesquite smoked malt, and 5% malted barley. Give it one more taste. It's a different profile, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that this is terrible. I don't know if I'm going to rebuy this, but it's a very interesting profile. It's got a little hint of scotch. It's got a little with the smoke. It's got a little hint of the American single malt with the malt. But I've had stuff like, Chattanooga whiskey with the malt, high malt. High malt doesn't bother me. So, 100% single malts, that's a different story. We can debate that, but I don't mind something which has a malt profile, mesquite, like a little bit of that. So, yeah, this is the one that was rated better, the bottled in bond. This one, which doesn't say it was distilled by them, but supposedly it was, but I'm not sure. Doesn't say distilled by Bullet. But I have to be honest with you, I don't think it's bad. I think they're two different profiles. Just Bullet in general is not my, main go-to, but these were the last two they came out with, and as far as I'm concerned, these may be two of the best. Cheers.